Ramón de la Rosa is working with PUE. PUE is a training academy distributor, regional academy for us in Spain. They are dealing with all the training partners from Zentyal in Spain, mainly the vocational centers that conforms the Zentyal Academy network. So Ramón is going to talk about the academy program and training future for Zentyal experts. Thank you very much, Ramón.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Ramón de la Rosa. I work at Proyecto Universidad Empresa. Like Javi says, Proyecto Universidad Empresa is the company that Zentyal Hub selects to manage his Zentyal Academy program. I will speak about what is this program and what is the objective, the materials, etc. We see the agenda. First, I will explain us what is this project and what is the main objectives, the beginnings. Also, I explain the materials that we have for the teachers, for the students. Some teacher feedback. This project have more than 2 years, I think. And we know some teacher feedbacks about how they use these materials in their course and with the students. Then we have a little snapshot about the situation of the project at this moment and something about Proyecto Universidad Empresa. The Zentyal Academy main objectives is to train young students. The main objective, the key, is to train young students in the vocational centers to be the future Zentyal administrators. We think that the key is to train in the vocational centers at the beginning, because if these students know the Zentyal solution and they use during their class, then it's good because they will understand how Zentyal works and know the product. It's also important because all the training academy materials prepared are to align it to Zentyal certification to allow the students to be certified in Zentyal. But sometimes it's not possible because there are a lot of types of vocational studies. There are studies vocational that are for 2 years, another that are for 3 years, another that begins at 16 years old, but we're very focused to try to certify all the students. In the program, it's the same courses that are in Zentyal. Zentyal are courses, are training materials. The same training materials, the same book, are also for students. Okay? There are 2 main courses, Zentyal for Network Technician and Zentyal for Network Administrator. These 2 courses, when are bundled, are the courses that are aligned with the CECA certification. And normally, the program, the students that come to the Zentyal Academy program, they study the bundle course. This project have a lot of advantage. Some are for the students, and others are from the academy. For the students, the advantage for the students first is to know that Zentyal exists and to know that Linux is easy with Zentyal. And also the students have a attendance certificate, and you see this certificate is CECA certification. No, it's an attendance certificate. It's a certificate that says that these students have go to a training academy of Zentyal and have a practice with an instructor and knows in deep the Zentyal features and how to configure all. Also, the students that come from Zentyal Academy have a discount in the CECA certification. The objective is that the students is certified in Zentyal. And for the academy, the advantage is that they can add to their curricula a lot of materials, and they don't need to make a lot of effort to can add this curricula. It's easy for the academy to try Zentyal Academy materials and incorporate in their curricula. They have a lot of tools, learning materials, and also have technical support. Proyecto Universidad Empresa delivers support to the center, and Zentyal also support us. And if they don't understand something, what I must do this exercise, they can phone, send a mail, a Twitter, or something. A little history about this project. This project, here in Spain, the vocational curriculums changed in 2007. The curriculums, all the curriculums, it's not only technologies, have been renewed, and in this moment, in CIF Los Enlaces, that it's a vocational center here in Zaragoza, have new topics in the curricula and need new materials to add to the curricula. And in this strategical moment, Zentyal and IES Los Enlaces speak and they begin to collaborate. With this collaboration, in 2009-2010, it's appeared the first training material for vocational students. You must understand that when you come for make training for people that know Linux, it's a type of training that says, okay, these persons know that Squid exists, that Bean exists, but it's different. A student in a vocational institution don't know nothing. They know that email exists because they can communicate with others, WhatsApp, but they don't know what it's in the other side. And they deploy these materials, focused to students. In 2010-2011, we begin the train of trainings programs. If I remember that there is twice course in presence, and then we have begin in e-learning materials. We open the course for the instructor. It's important that you know that Zentyal Academy program have another key, another important key, that is train the trainers. Because in other projects, for example, Microsoft, there is no train of trainers. The person comes, is certified, and then goes to make their class. But with Zentyal, the trainers first go to Proyecto Universidad Empresa, but it's all is in the cloud. The instructor is in their house or in the center, and the instructor must pass all the course. The instructor must know all the product, must make all the practice exercises that then their students must do. It's important because it's a key for the successful that the trainers know in deep the product. In 2011-2000, we make a roadshow in collaboration with Linux Professional Institute. Linux Professional Institute, it's an organization that make possible Linux free, open Linux certification, I think. But it's a Linux certification that it's not Red Hat certification, it's not OpenSUSE certification, it's not Ubuntu certification. It's a certification for all Linux. And within that, LPI and Zentyal, it's very similar products for the academies. And the academies that are LPI knows the Zentyal product, and now there are some LPI centers that have become also Zentyal academies. About the materials, it's important to know what materials have the instructor, what materials have the students. In the materials, it's based in learning management system. It's for the community education, it's important, yes. It's a model, because now the classroom not ends in the building. The classrooms continue in the student's house. And with a learning management system, the students, when it's in her house, now in this mobile phone or in any place, have also access to the class. Zentyal has selected an open source learning management system. It's Moodle, and in Moodle, the instructor have the class management. The instructor can have a roster, a grade good, evaluate the exercise. Also, it's the course literature. It's important because Moodle, sometimes they are institution that says, we must use Moodle, must. The instructor must use Moodle. But what happens? The Moodle, it's empty. There are no materials. But the Moodle of Zentyal, the Zentyal Academy Moodle, have full of contents, have course literatures, have virtual scenarios for instructors, for vocational instructors. It's important to have virtual scenario and practical exercise because they are not professionals. They are professionals of the training, but they don't need in the street what is in the market, what they need the students to know. And when Zentyal make the materials to train the students, these materials are aligned with the real life. For this is important that the course literature, virtual scenarios, practical exercise, and machine image. The machine image, for me, is important because there are two machine image in Zentyal course that are the machine image for the gateways. I think that you know that there is a feature in Zentyal that is load balancing and fault tolerance in Zentyal gateway features. And for the instructor, to simulate a fault tolerance, to simulate dual access to internet, it's difficult, but Zentyal puts a machine image, very easy. There is also printed materials. There is the book, the same book for the certification is the book that can use the students. Now, I think that when you are in the sofa at your house, if you can read the book, it's better than be in front of the computer and see the materials. For this is the printed materials are important also. Now there is the Moodle. It's a snapshot of Moodle in the role of the students. You can see that in the left part, in the left column of the page, there are a lot of things. There are the assignments, a forum, things that it's important for the environment of a virtual class. There is also all the materials, all the exercises. It's a good place. It has a good design. There is also the exercise. Every exercise says what scenario you must use. The scenario is specified how you must put all the machines and connect. If you have made the training of Zentyal, it's very similar. It's the same. And there is the virtual scenario, also a virtual scenario. The virtual scenario for make the exercise. It's important about the Moodle that in this Moodle, the instructor, it's instructor, write and read. The instructor can modify any part of the literature, can add exercise, can modify, can do everything. It's important to modify sometimes the practical exercise because the cheating. You have the same exercise every year, every course. The students know what is the solution and all of them have a 10. And it's not good. And for the instructor to can modify something and to can add materials, it's good. Teacher's feedback. For teacher feedback, I think that the main feedback is the same that it's in main feedback of Zentyal product. If you use Linux to manage networks, Linux solutions and open source solutions are good, but are difficult. You must go to a green shell, to the VA, to the Emacs, etc. But with Zentyal, also the instructor can, in their class, can add advanced topics without any difficulty to make this practice exercise. For example, OpenVPN. If you must practice with OpenVPN with the students in Linux, sometimes it's difficult. You must speak about certification authorities, about the password, about the VI, a lot of things. With Zentyal, you can deliver easy the practice exercise, but the theoretical part is the same. Also for instructor, it's important that Zentyal, it's not closed, it's open. When you would like, you can go to the shell and see what is happening in the art and ground. What it's doing Zentyal with this Ubuntu? It's important because community education likes open source products because they can see the things, why do this, and what and how, all the questions for understand, for study, for train. It's important to make questions. And with Zentyal, if you would like to see how do this Zentyal, I go to the shell, I go to the VI, I can see the logs of Linux, I can see all is open. Also, with Zentyal products, with Zentyal training, they spend less time in advanced topics. It's easy, it's not in 1 hour. In 1 hour, they can make a practice exercise with OpenVPN, they can make a practice exercise with IP tables, and with the scenarios explain how you can continue to one exercise to another, and they can make in less time explain more things. Zentyal, it's not 100 to 100 aligned to the official curricula, but some instructors, because this project it's not in Wall, Spain, they don't use, all centers don't use Zentyal Academy. I think that in the future all of them will use, but not now. But they like the tools, they like the materials. It's good feedback. Some figures. Now they are about only 10 academic vocational training centers. There's little numbers, but it's only 2-3 years of product. I think that in the future we have speaking about 50 LP academies that it's possible that they incorporate in the project. We have about 60 trainers and more of 150 students. The numbers are this, but the futures, it can increase. It's a project that has the key to have good results. Something about Proyecto Universidad Empresa. Proyecto Universidad Empresa, it's a company that it's at Barcelona and works with a lot of IT certification and with a lot of IT projects, and our main objective, is to have academic programs of the main manufacturers, and these programs can introduce in the vocational centers. We work with a lot of programs. You can see that we work with Linux Professional Institute, with Zentyal, with Cisco Networking Academy, with Microsoft, with VMware. We also certified in Pearson VUE with Prometric. We have about 500 of IT training centers, but not in one project. It's for all the projects. This is the numbers. And we think that Zentyal, it's of all these projects, there are some projects that are very good. Vale? For example, it's not Zentyal, it's Cisco Networking Academy. It's one of the best IT project in Networking Academy. And the case of Cisco Networking Academy, that it's a big company, are the same case that now have Zentyal. Cisco Networking Academy have increased the Cisco machines, a lot of sold Cisco machines, and I think that Zentyal Academy programs can do the same with Zentyal, because it's important that you can see that a lot of people use Microsoft products because in their class, in the studies, in the universities, in the schools, they use Microsoft. But if the pupil begins to use other things, they begins to use Zentyal like server, in the future we will increase the number of Zentyal servers in the market. We have also a project for employability. For example, we have a project with Catalonia regional government that is CERTIC, that it tries to all the people that have in situation of unemployment to certify in any of the project. For example, they can certify in Linux Professional Institute. And for this year, I think that we don't know exactly when the project will begin, but we think that in next month we'll begin also training in Zentyal to certify people that are in situation of unemployment in Zentyal. We have also another project that is Certiuni. Certiuni is a project to try to certify the university students. They need more skills, for example, English skills for a lot of language, and also technological skills. And we have introduced the certification of Zentyal for the university students. It's possible that they don't certify a lot, but when see the list of possible certification, the students will see, there is a certification in Zentyal. What is Zentyal? And it's a goal to know that Zentyal exists, because sometimes Zentyal is a good product, but need that more people know that exists this project. I have the last slide. It's our new headquarters. We are now, Proyecto Universidad Empresa begins the company in Barcelona, in the Polytechnics campus in the Catalonia Polytechnics University, and now we have goes to 22 at district, that it's the technological district at Barcelona, and it's the new building. And if you see this building, it's at diagonal. If you go to Barcelona, we are glad to enter, and we can speak with us and something. We have here my contact information. If you need also more information, you can send me a mail, or there is also the phone number. And if you have any question about this project, any question?
Yes, thank you very much for the presentation. You guys are doing a great job for getting the word spread out, especially in the students and future professionals on IT. I have a question. You are the experts on training. You are the experts on training in the official curriculum. What do you think we need to do to integrate academy program in other countries? Let's say, for example, I don't know, if we want to have an academy program in Hungary, to say a country, do we need just to translate all the documentation and materials in Hungarian and then find the right partner for the equivalent to PUE in Hungary? Is that all? Or do we need to do some more work?
I think that nothing. What? Only nothing, because the only country where the technical curriculums are translated, it's here in Spain, and not a lot of more countries. It's not necessary to translate. The important is to speak with the right people. Mm-hmm. Normally, there is people that it's doing the same that we do Proyecto Universidad Empresa in Spain, in other countries, and these people can manage this project, because these people know if you are at any country and think that it's interesting, if you go to the vocational center, the vocational centers normally are universities are companies that are the referentials for the projects in the country. And this is the key. The key is to speak with these people. Mm-hmm.
So just get the contact and get them engaged with the program.
It's not necessary.
They will do the job.
It's not necessary to translate. But
not necessary to translate. So
no.
Okay, because many of the materials are in English, or of the other programs.
For example, in Cisco Networking Academy, that it's the biggest project, and it's very similar to Zentyal Academy. The curriculum is translated in Portugal, Spanish, Italian, and I think that in China. Mm-hmm. And not more curricula is translated. Sometimes they translate, but normally they begin with the curricula, and if they increase the number of students, then they plan to translate the curricula. Because for us it's important Zentyal also, it's technological. Technological products, every 2 years, new curricula. It's better to make effort to make new curriculums
Than to have it
than
located.
to translate
Yep.
all curriculums.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Yeah, go ahead.
How you manage the updates or the versions of the study books? Like you have always new versions, new updates are coming, new things are adding. So how you manage this?
This is managed by Zentyal. Zentyal make new curriculums, new exercise, and the only thing that we do is to offer to the instructors. But normally, if it's for example, the instructor if is certified in Zentyal 2.2, now this instructor can open class for Zentyal 3, for Zentyal 3. We recommend to read the new features, but if in new versions, we will speak with Zentyal what or how, we don't know in the future. If the features are very similar or are very only little new theoretical parts, we will speak with Zentyal what we must do.
Last question, maybe? Anyone? Okay, thank you very much, Ramón. Thank you for your presentation. Thank you for showing us how